Okay, so welcome. This is just a short moment to take a look at public speaking. Why, you may be thinking, are we doing a live event on public speaking? Well, it's because there's not really any public speaking focus in this course, and it's a really important part of human communication. And in a lot of other institutions, it's a required course. So I wanted to give you an opportunity just to get a very short, wonderful look at public speaking with a tool that will help you, especially if you get put on the spot by a future employer or a coworker, that will help you organize yourself and your thoughts as you're speaking and just help you be more prepared. So at the outset, there will be times when you are going to be asked to speak and you may have some time to prepare for it. So just know that that nervousness that you're feeling when you get ready to speak is a good thing. Public speaking is a huge fear that many people have. So if you are afraid of public speaking, you're certainly not alone. And being nervous about it is actually a good thing because it shows that you care, I think, and that you want to do your best. So try to frame that nervousness from, I think I'm going to puke, I'm going to fail and faint, to, I care about this, I really want to do a good job. And then as your body sends those butterflies into your stomach or you start to feel a little shaky, that's actually a chemical that your body is releasing to help you calm down. It's the same thing that happens when you get the shakes, like after you've had something traumatic happen, like when you've been in a car accident. Your body sends that rush of adrenaline, and I'm pretty sure there's another chemical involved in there. But again, I am in the social sciences, the soft sciences, nothing hard about me at all. No biology. I had to take it twice. So, but there is a chemical that runs through your body that's telling you to calm down. So that's a good thing. What are some things that you can do to deal with that nervousness? One thing you can do is you can breathe. The act of breath is very helpful in running that chemical through and just helping your brain concentrate and settle down. So just that deep breath in and out. Doing that about 10 times, gradually increasing the amount of time you're spending on your inhale and the amount of time you're spending on your exhale, does a wonderful thing for your body to help it slow down. Also, you could do some warm up activities that will help you out with not feeling tongue tied and just continuing to work that stuff out. Have you ever seen Laws of Attraction, that movie? You're muted, so you can't
No,
really. Have you seen it?
no.
I know I have, but I can't, I'm trying to remember.
Okay, well, so she's a lawyer and he's a lawyer, and she's super nervous and trying to act calm and collected. And she does, but right before the major courtroom scene, she goes into a bathroom stall and she shoves a pink snowball into her mouth and tells herself that everything is going to be
Oh
fine.
my God.
So
Yes.
I am not advocating snowballs, but I am advocating that bathroom stall. The bathroom is your safe place. If you are in a work environment, I know it sounds crazy, or if you're particularly introverted, take a little bathroom break. That is your safe place. In the bathroom or in your car, I don't know if you'll have access to a closet, but you can do some warm up things. Like you can blow air through your lips. It's okay, you can laugh at me. You can blow sound through your lips and your tongue. You can massage your face. So remember, we are doing deep breathing, but we can also do things with our face and our mouth and our tongue just to help it relax. And to, if you get dry mouth, it helps get that saliva flowing so you don't trip over your words. Does that help out at all? Does that make sense to you as something that's
No,
feasible?
it does. And I've actually done that before. I had to go into the bathroom to just sort of breathe and collect myself because I
Uh-huh.
used to get really, really, I mean, like super, super nervous. Um, but with, I had tons of practice, believe me, since then. This is when I was younger, but I used to just have to go in the bathroom and just collect myself. And it did help.
Good
You
for
just sort
you.
of got to keep practicing and then it gets better.
Well, and like we've talked about on Yellow Dig, in having conversation with strangers and even just chatting in general, it takes practice, which I love that you hit on, because the more you practice, the easier it gets. And it's that way really with any skill that you need to attain. There's always a certain level of talent, and then at some point, talent doesn't mean anything. It's really practice that helps you overcome those things. So I'm glad that you feel me, Teresa, and that you.
Oh, I definitely do.
Awesome.
Those were stuff we used to do before we had our shows. I did a
Ah,
lot of community theater, and just before every show, we would all go around and do that, all that stuff, all the sounds,
did
making
you?
the sounds with the mouth and rubbing the face and stuff.
Yeah. Did you ever chew your ABCs?
No,
Oh, it
they
looks.
did. They did. No, I couldn't do it.
Yeah. So once you get past those nerves and you get past the warm up, it's time to speak. And if you're speaking, say your boss comes and just asks you a question and puts you on the spot, I'm going to give you a great formula for that. If you have to speak and you have some time to prepare, this formula is also going to help you. So let me share my screen with you so you can see it. And I'll make it larger. So you might have seen this before, but hands down, it is the best. So it's a 3-part formula. The first thing you do is tell them what you're going to tell them. Then you tell them, and then you remind your audience what you told them. So I can't remember, Teresa and Rita, what fields are you in?
Health information management.
Okay. Are you in the same, Rita, or are you paralegal?
No, I'm in health information.
Okay, so for both of you, what is a question that you think you might be asked in your field that you would need to talk about?
Just probably our level of experience, like in coding or billing. Like, do we have experience doing that?
Okay, so you're in an interview situation. What is your level of experience in coding? So you're going to automatically, because it's an interview question, you're going to rephrase the question, but then you're going to add 1 or 2 things to it. My level of experience in coding is high, and it has been developed through Bryan University. Okay, I'm not in that field, so is that a good?
Yes, I know what you mean though. Just sort
Okay.
of like
Yeah,
touch on it and then say like how we got the experience.
that's right. So you say my level of experience is high, and it's been developed through Bryan University. It's high because blah, blah, blah. And I've developed it through Bryan University because blah, blah, blah. Point 3. And that's how that is my level of coding experience. It's high, and it's been developed through upper level education. So what that does in that process, you've given your audience ways to track with you. About every 18 minutes, people tend to zone out. So when you use buzzwords that they can follow and that happen again and again, then they're like, oh yeah, you get brought back into what the person is saying. And you remind them what you've told them so that they can regurgitate it to you if they had to at any point. So you can see how that also helps you organize your thoughts as well. Oh yeah, I'm going to tell them why it's high, and I'm going to tell them about Bryan. I've told them, and now, oh yeah, this is what I've told them. It also helps things make a really nice circle from beginning to end of your conversation. So let's think of another topic. What's another topic that you could be asked in your health information systems communication?
I guess they would also want to know if we know about the HIPAA, laws and regulations, that kind of thing, and what else? Probably about our computer experience, like what kind of software we've been using. I don't know.
Okay, I think that's awesome. Let's start with HIPAA. So, Rita, maybe you could chime in. What are you going to tell them about HIPAA? Pick 2 points.
Sorry,
Talk
Rita.
about being put on the spot. Thanks, Teresa.
Nothing like practice.
Yeah. All right. So one point with HIPAA is getting, I don't know how to say it, like the permissions, the forms that have to be signed to give permission
Oh,
Okay.
by the
people to be
patients,
able.
like at check-in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So at registration, what the
Right.
forms are, how to fill them out, what,
Okay, good. So tell them what you're going to tell them. So what I know about HIPAA is all the forms that need to be filled out and what the patient needs to do. Second, maybe we could add that communication factor in there. And I know how to confidently walk the patient through that. Then we get to point number 2, and what are we going to tell them about those forms?
that they have.
Go
Go ahead,
ahead.
Teresa. Your turn, Teresa.
Oh, geez. Just that it's important to fill them out for security purposes. And I would go over the forms with them if they didn't understand it. And I would also show them, I think it's required at like physicians' offices when you walk in. I think it's supposed to be posted. So I could also, tell them that it's posted here and what it means and that kind of stuff.
Great. Good. And so then you might say something like, so in doing that, I would also help the patient feel comfortable by what? What interpersonal skills could you use?
I'm sorry, you just broke up. I didn't hear what
Oh,
you said.
sorry. So
Oh,
then,
I thought it was just me. Okay.
so your second point would be, and I'm going to help them feel comfortable by pick any communication skill. Maybe something like empathizing with them.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, not only I'm not going to be like a robot, right? And say, these are your forms, sign, 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 go sit down, we'll call you in a minute. Nobody wants to be treated that way.
Right. We could just use examples of why it's important to sign the paper and why it's, what could happen maybe if they didn't, someone could get their information or, I guess a
Good.
number of things that we could go over just to make them feel more comfortable. Yeah. Instead of just reading it mumbo jumbo kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Good. And so then at the end, you just round back around and say, and that's how I would explain the HIPAA forms and help the patient feel comfortable.
Oh, I get it now.
Do you see?
Yeah.
Good. Good. So this can work for longer speeches or presentations if you have to give them, but also in those short moments when you have to think on your feet. I used to find too for myself that I would think so much and I would think about so many things that I would get lost in what I was saying because my mind was jumping around. So
Yes. I tend to overthink things just like Rita.
Yes.
Me and Rita are
yes.
big on overthinking things. So
Yes.
yeah.
got a partner in crime. So it's
Yeah.
good to help have a formula like this where you can organize your thoughts. And then not only are you saying the same thing a couple of times, a couple of words, but your audience, one person, a couple people, gets to hear it too. So that's my crash course on public speaking, just helping you know that nervousness is okay. And it's highly unlikely you're ever going to be asked to speak on a topic you don't know. So just like we talk about power bases in the course, if someone is asking you to speak on something, you are going to be speaking from a particular power base, whether it's expert power or legitimate power, or like, hey, everyone in the office really, really likes you. Could you maybe handle this issue? So there is something about you that has drawn someone else to ask you to speak on the topic. And then this very simple 3-part formula will really help you knock it out of the park. Do you have any questions about that?
No, I think you went over a lot. That was good. That would definitely help us. Yeah.
Well, good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's it.
Okay. Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
For coming. You never know how many people are going to show.
You're welcome. I actually had to set a reminder I set a reminder and it just reminded me like an hour before this. I was like, oh my gosh, yeah.
Good, good. That's
Okay,
awesome.
so I was an hour early for it.
Oh, you were.
Yeah, well, because I never changed the time on my car. I have a little sticky note with all my meetings and stuff for classes,
Okay.
and I never changed it from the first class where it was wrong,
Okay.
and I never changed it, so I was here at 5 o'clock.
Okay. Well, early bird gets the worm, right?
Yep. And then when I realized it was 6, I'm like, you know what?